Outlander is one of those rare shows that lingers in your memory long after the screen fades to black. Many of us rewatch it, secretly blush at the most intimate scenes, and wonder how can something so fictional feel so real. And much of that magic comes down to the people behind it, the actors whose lives off-screen are just as fascinating as their characters on screen. Today we journey behind the camera to explore the real relationships, the mysteries, and the heartbeats behind the stars of Outlander. But a gentle warning, there will be spoilers from earlier seasons. So let's begin where the story splits between love and hate. Tobias Menzies, The Double Life of Randall. Frank Randall, Jonathan Randall. Two names, two eras, two souls, both masterfully portrayed by Tobias Menzies. On screen, he embodies both the devoted husband and the merciless villain. Off screen, however, Tobias is a man of deep privacy. Despite the media's curiosity, little is known about his romantic life. The only whisper ever confirmed was a brief relationship with actress Kristin Scott Thomas between 2005 and 2006, and since then, silence. But Tobias has never been one to chase headlines. Instead, he's built a career defined by quiet excellence. If you miss him from Outlander, you can find him again in the royal corridors of the Crown, where he takes over the role of Prince Philip, starring opposite Olivia Colman as Queen Elizabeth II. It seems Tobias prefers to let his characters speak for him, and they do powerfully. Graham McTavish, the Highlander at heart. Dougal Mackenzie, fierce, loyal, and endlessly magnetic. Played by Graham McTavish, he became one of the reasons fans fell in love with Outlander in the first place. Though he was born in New Zealand and speaks with a crisp English accent, Graham admits that deep down he's more Scottish than ever. He often speaks about the parallels between Dougal's fight for freedom and the spirit of modern Scotland, both proud, both unyielding. Away from the cameras, Graham lives a grounded life with his wife Gwen and their two daughters in central Otago, New Zealand, a place he jokes where there are more McTavishes than in Scotland. When asked about fatherhood, he once said of his eldest daughter, Anna, "I've been so lucky to be there for so many of her milestones, I never want to start missing them now." And honestly, could there be anything more attractive than a man who's both a warrior and a devoted father? Just take a look at his Instagram: rugged mountains, whiskey, and warmth, the essence of a real Highlander. Lotte Verbeek, the enigma of Gillis Duncan. On-screen, Gillis Duncan is wild, mysterious, and bewitching. Off-screen, Lotte Verbeek carries a quiet, artistic grace. She's one of those actors who seem to live more in their art than in the spotlight. While she has shared glimpses of her life, a few Valentine's posts here and there, Lotte remains silent about her romantic world. Perhaps like her character, she prefers to let mystery do the talking. What we do know is that her dedication to her craft continues to win her recognition and respect across the industry. David Berry, a lord on and off screen. In Outlander, Lord John Grey is defined by his loyalty and quiet strength. And in real-life, actor David Berry seems to share that same devotion, especially toward his family. David has been married to Christina Tessak for over 6 years, and together they have a son named Alexander. In a heartwarming interview, he revealed that his son has even earned a nickname inspired by his Outlander role. "When my son Alexander was born, I started calling him Little Lord Berry." He still wears that name proudly. Fate, however, played a dramatic role in Alexander's birth. The baby arrived the very same day David returned from filming Outlander Season 3 in Scotland. Christina was already in labor when his plane landed in Australia. Talk about cinematic timing. David confessed that leaving her during that period was tough, but in the end, everything worked out just fine. Like Lord John himself, he lives by loyalty, love, and impeccable timing. Laura Donnelly, the artist who loves artists. Jenny Murray, Claire's fiercely loyal sister-in-law, is brought to life by actress Laura Donnelly, a woman who believes in love, built on creativity. In a 2007 interview, Laura admitted she couldn't imagine being with someone who didn't share her artistic world. At the time, she was dating Nathan Connolly, guitarist for the Northern Irish band Snow Patrol. Years later, Laura revealed that relationship had ended, but love had found her again. "I do have someone else on the scene," she shared in 2015. "He's sort of a half-civilian, half-industry person, a writer. It's great to have someone who understands the life we actors lead." The mystery of his identity remains unsolved. Rumors once linked her to Guardians of the Galaxy star Lee Pace, but neither confirmed it. Whoever he is, it seems Laura values love that understands silence and the creative chaos that comes with it. Stephen Cree, the married man behind Ian Murray. For the fans wondering, yes, Stephen Cree, who plays Ian Murray, is happily married. His wife, Colleen Crawford, is a respected casting director, though Stephen is quick to clarify with a laugh. "She's never hired me, no nepotism whatsoever." Their wedding, he recalls, took place just 2 days after filming wrapped. He still looked like a World War II groom, he joked. But that didn't matter to Colleen. After all, she was marrying one of Scotland's most charming actors. Though details of their love story remain private, one thing is certain: their marriage is built on humor, respect, and shared creative fire, a partnership strong enough to outlast any on-screen storm. Brianna Randall Fraser, strong, passionate, and unafraid to fight for love. And just like her on-screen counterpart Sophie Skelton, has sparked curiosity in the hearts of fans. While she's kept her private life mostly out of the spotlight, whispers suggest she may share more than just chemistry with her on-screen husband Richard Rankin. The rumors began in 2016 when the pair visited the Wardlaw Mausoleum, researching the real-life history of the Fraser clan before joining the Outlander cast. Later that same year, they were seen together again in Glasgow, laughing and deep in conversation. The Daily Mail hinted that the two were more than colleagues, though neither Sophie nor Richard ever confirmed it. Perhaps it was all wishful thinking from fans, blurring the line between story and reality. Still, the way they look at each other on screen keeps the speculation alive, and maybe that's enough. Stanley Weber, the solitary count. As Comte Saint-Germain, Stanley Weber gave Outlander one of its most elegant villains: mysterious, aristocratic, dangerously charming. Off-screen, however, Stanley is far more grounded. Despite rumors linking him to his Not Another Happy Ending co-star Karen Gillan in 2013, he quickly denied them, saying plainly, "I'd like to put it on record that I am single at the moment." Since then, the French actor has remained focused on his craft rather than his romantic life. Maybe that's part of his allure, the quiet intensity, the artist who doesn't need to explain himself. And somewhere his admirers wait patiently, hoping that one day he might look up from his script and notice them. Nell Hudson, love and music in harmony. Loyal, beautiful, and full of spirit, that's how fans remember Laurel Mackenzie. But in real life, actress Nell Hudson is far from the scheming character she plays. Nell has been in a long-term relationship with Will Taylor, the lead singer of the British band Flight. Their story began in 2011 when Nell first saw Will performing at the Jericho Tavern in Oxford. She was the one who approached him, even though, as she later laughed, he was broke and miles away from fame. They've been together ever since, a quiet love that has grown alongside their creative dreams. Nell has said in interviews that Will often writes songs about her, and she loves listening to them. It's a romance that feels like a melody, soft, steady, and real. Sam Hugan and Catriona Balfe, the chemistry that crossed time. And now we arrive at the question every Outlander fan has asked: are Sam Hugan and Catriona Balfe in love in real life? Their on-screen chemistry as Jamie and Claire Fraser is nothing short of legendary. The wedding scene, the heartbreaks, the longing, also authentic. It's easy to forget their acting. But when asked, Catriona answered honestly, "We're incredibly great friends. To have that friendship and closeness and to get along so well on set, it's wonderful. But no, we're not together." Sam, always the charmer, once joked, "We could try," before adding with a smile, "It's funny, fans think if we're not really together, they've been deceived. But that's what acting is. We're telling a story." Still, that story has woven them into one another's lives forever, even if only as friends who shared something extraordinary. The real loves beyond the screen. In real life, Scottish-born Sam Hugan has been linked to actress Amy Shields, the Twin Peaks star, who was seen supporting him at the Spy Who Dumped Me premiere in 2018. Though they've known each other for over a decade, both have chosen to keep their relationship private. Before that, Sam was rumored to have dated actress Mackenzie Morsey. The pair were seen together at several red carpet events before quietly parting ways in 2018. Catriona Balfe, meanwhile, found her forever love with Irish music producer Tony McGill. Their relationship remained a beautifully kept secret for years, until Catriona surprised the world at the Golden Globes, showing a sparkling engagement ring and saying simply, "I'm very happy." Closing the hearts behind the Highlands. And perhaps that's what makes Outlander so timeless. It isn't just the sweeping landscapes, the battles, or the forbidden love. It's the people who breathe life into it. Behind every sword fight and love scene are real hearts, private, imperfect, but deeply human. Sam, Catriona, Tobias, Graham, Lotte. Each of them carries a story of their own, as captivating as the world of Outlander itself. As the mist rolls over the Highlands once more, we're reminded that love, whether on-screen or off, is always worth believing in. And for the fans who followed these stories across years and centuries, perhaps the truest magic of all is this: that Outlander continues to make us feel something real. Outlander is more than a series, it's a heartbeat that has pulsed through time itself. Every actor, from Tobias to Graham, from Lotte to Stephen, has carried a piece of that pulse within them, shaping a world where love, pain, and destiny dance through centuries. Their stories remind us that even when eras change and faces fade, human emotion remains eternal. The same courage that drove a Highland warrior to fight for his clan still burns in us today, the courage to love without fear, to dream without boundaries. And perhaps That's what makes Outlander timeless. Because deep down we all search for something that defies time, a love that never ends, a story that never truly says goodbye. So, as the mists of the Highlands rise once more, we know this isn't an ending, only another beginning.